tapped because like I've been outside for hours yesterday.
And I haven't even been outside that much. Like, I mean, I walked Riley a few times,
Dude,
but
like,
dude, it's so like it looks like it's gonna rain, but it's not even. It's just white. Like the sky's just white.
right.
Like there's
Yeah.
no clouds.
I mean, it should be really blue sky, but like it's the fires. Yeah, like you're saying. Like to me and Bob though, like just the competitive brothership that we have, like decided to play like a full court, like one-on-one game, like on that.
I
Like,
saw that at a wreck.
dude, it was I mean, we were playing like we were like back home, like teenagers, you know, like we just went all out and like we were just dead. And Bob, poor Bob, ended up like doing something to his leg, like he popped something, and like
Oh,
my man can't even walk. Like
no
so like
kid.
we didn't golf. We didn't plan on golfing today anyway because of all the stuff happening with the graduation stuff. But I was like, "Do you want to come out to lunch with us?" He was like, "Dude, I haven't left my bed. I can't move."
He's like, I can't get out of the house.
Like this is what happens when over 40-year-old dudes just started like going all out on a basketball
you
game.
you can no longer cut. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
like I can run. I've learned this. Like at this point, like I can run like on the treadmill. Like right, I can run like on the treadmill straight forward. If I try to make any sudden moves,
Oh yeah.
so dude, like my ACLs, MCLs, any L's are just done.
I think Bob lost all the L's yesterday in this one-on-one game. I feel I feel so bad for the dude. I really do. Like, I mean, he's 6 years older than me, but dang.
And if I try to like,
Someone should have been recording that though. Like the brother
oh my,
one-on-one game, man, would have been so fun to
oh my
watch.
god, yeah, yeah,
We were dying though.
yeah, dude.
But neither one of us were gonna like let up. Like no one's gonna let the other one like an easy win, you know?
I
So
wouldn't either, but I'd be hospitalized. I would
but
be.
at the end of it, like he basically had to give up because the dude could not walk.
I'm like wheelchair, wheelchair, wheelchair. No hammies left. I do not have a hammy.
So that's kind of fun for me though. Like I got the dub.
You're younger, dude. You're always
I
like
know I should be the one
10
winning. I
years on
know.
me. You'd kill me. Oh my god, you'd put me in the grave.
I'm a much heavier than him though, but
Ah,
still, I do have the fresher legs. I run the marathon every year, you know. So
exactly. Well, hello everybody. Hey Paul. Hey Margie. Hey Andrea. Hello to Andrew. Let's see if Instagram's working here. It is. Hello, Billy Bean is over there. Is going to be joining us for the cruise. Oh, we're going to be announcing the dining rotation tonight at the bottom of the hour. So it's 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. We'll let folks jump in, and I'll tell you why we have the best dining rotation. We nailed it for this cruise. Heather's joining us from Wisconsin. Hello, hello, Heather. Heather Bearclaw, Facebook.
kind of a sweet name, Bear Claw.
Yes, that is a sweet name. TP Faz over on Instagram. Comb Sherry, KV Busby over on Instagram. Hello, hello. All right, we're going to get the show started and talk some Disney. I think we're in the last week of Muppets. We're close.
Yeah, it wasn't like June 7th or June 8th or something like that.
That's close. What else we got going on this week?
This is the last day of Flower and Garden is today, I believe.
I can't believe that's still going on. Cause I saw that Jason posted that picture. I was like, Flower and Garden's still going on.
Well, it's crazy though. They used to go longer, like a few years ago, I think, or maybe it was Food and Wine starting earlier. I can't remember, something like that.
It just feels like it's late, but I guess
I didn't go this year. It was like they're every year's an anniversary, but it was like a round number anniversary year, and I missed it. Oh well, it's my favorite.
All right, let's do this. We'll find something to talk about. We talk about. Oh, I got a question for everybody. It was from the Discord. All right, let's see here. We get this sucker going. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, June 1st, 2025. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy June to you. We are here live for the next hour, taking your calls at 407-584-7173, 407-584-7173. And we're joined by the co-host with the most, the proud Michigan dad at this point, because the graduation happened, the party happened, and he's back He's a little windburnt and a little sunburned and a little sore from a little one-on-one basketball, but he came out on top. So all is good. Scotty G in the house. What's up, Scott?
Happy Sunday, Mike. Yeah, it's been a crazy like 3 to 4 days, just nonstop graduation celebrations, band awards, last goodbyes, like this. I was just thinking, like at the band was that's the last time that group is realistically ever going to be together, and like that. I mean, you feel a lot of emotion with that. With this group has been together for like since they were like in middle school, so lots of emotion. Then we had the party yesterday. It was great. I won't go into details. This is a Disney podcast, but we definitely ran into some issues with the wind, the elements. The wind got us. 70% of our decorations we had planned for, which were going to be awesome, we couldn't use. But it's all good. People showed up, people ate, people had a good time, people played some basketball, people played games. It was good. And now all I did today was sit in a chair and relax. It was a tiring day, but happy to be here and talk Disney with my friends here on a Sunday night.
It's kind of like one of those things when you plan a huge event, right? It kind of it consumes you for like months before.
Yes.
With all the details, preparations, I know Elizabeth's real big into making with the crickets and making all I saw like all the stuff for the tables, and you made those picture boards and the banners and all that stuff. But I mean, today had to have been like, whew,
it was.
Like, we just gotta relax.
And I'm glad we did it the way we did it. It was kind of accidental to like have it like right away. We wanted to do it like more like mid-June, but then we would right now we'd still be thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like now it's like you just said, it's done. Like, yeah, we had to start the planning process maybe a little earlier, like in April, late March and all that, but it's done now. It's great. And now Liz and I said to ourselves, hey, we can start thinking about that cruise we're going to take this summer because we have not thought about that for a second. Now we can start planning on things we want to do for that. So excited for that.
And I'm excited because we could say we're cruising next month at this point because it is June 1st. We're selling July 6th. And a lot of us, so I'm going down just the day before July 5th because we have some commitments here for the 4th of July. And we're going to be shooting off some illegal fireworks on our deck and stuff around here, which, legalities are kind of vague here in St. Charles County. I mean, if you've ever been here, it's wild on the 4th of July. But we're going to have a good time here, family obligations. So then we're going to, right the next morning, swoop down and catch up with you at the boardwalk. Can't wait for that and have a good day over at Splitsville. Have some Mexican at Rosa Mexicana that night. I can't believe how much I'm looking forward to a new Mexican restaurant at Walt Disney World. I'm pumped for that.
Me too. I'm going to let you know that we're probably going to split, right? Because I think you're going to a park, right? Because like Pam doesn't have a ticket, right?
I'm not. No.
Okay. We might split to go to Fantasmic right after that because it's M's favorite, we're celebrating her graduation. So, and because it's in a weird spot, right? Because like July 3rd, you want to watch Magic Kingdom fireworks,
right?
July 4th, you want to watch Epcot fireworks. I'm like, when are we going to see Fantasmic, like before the cruise? So I think it's got to be July 5th. We'll be right there at the Swan and Dolphin anyway. So we might split from you for a little bit after dinner, just throwing that out there.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm brokenhearted there, but
I know. I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, Pam and I'll just go back to boardwalk and swim. I mean, so there you go.
And then we'll come back and like,
it's not a big deal because it's a lot cheaper. We're paying all that money.
Fantasmic's been weird. I had to look at the times, but I've been only seeing like one showing, and it's been like the super late one, like the 9:30 or whatever, which is like crazy. Like summertime, you think they have 2 showings, But
well, they might by then. I mean, because it's a holiday weekend, or is it a weekend? I don't even know. It's kind of I think it is a weekend.
Yeah, I mean that would be Sunday. Well, when we take our first call, I'm going to look at see if they update the hours. They are weird about. I mean, they are strange sometimes about updating hours, like with shows and stuff.
So again, we are going to announce and talk a little bit about the cruise at the bottom of the hour. We're going to announce the dining rotation. I spoke with Disney Groups for about 3 hours the other day. Now it should be locked in, but will it positively be locked in? Who knows? But I talked to them and it should be. So, and I love it, but we're going to do that at the bottom of the hour. So if you know anybody that's sailing with us, poke them on the Discord, talk to them, DM them and tell them to get tuned in so we can have that. And if you have questions about the cruise, call in because I'm going to open the phone line shortly. But here's the question for tonight. If you want to talk about anything, it's up for grabs. We had this question a couple of weeks ago. Somebody wanted me to do a show about this. We can't do a show about this. We can ask this question on a Sunday Night Live show. If you were to be a wild animal at Walt Disney World, what wild animal would you be and where would you live? And this is kind of inspired by Kim Taylor. She posted a picture this morning in the clubhouse. She was over the Polynesian of some ducks that were living their best life and they were in the pool at the Polynesian. And earlier, like when this was going on over in the clubhouse, I said I'd be one of those ducks that kind of hangs up by Casey's. I mean, come on now. Like those ducks are kind of living their best life. What would you say? I mean, is there any other kind of animal you'd like to be around property, Scott, that like living their best life? There's all kinds of like wild varmints around. What do you think?
Oh, like, I mean, so I love penguins. Can we get like a penguin exhibit somehow in Animal Kingdom?
I don't know if those are wild. I don't know if penguins have been cruising around Walt Disney World, but I guess
I was saying, like, could we open up an exhibit at Animal Kingdom?
maybe.
You know?
Okay, if we're going that way, I guess. Yeah, I mean, penguins are cool. Puffins are cool too. We have those at our zoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like what, like stuff you see roaming, like deer
Yeah.
and stuff.
I mean, yeah, the deer are cool. I mean, I'd say I want to be one of those cool like lizards, you know, but like I see them like not moving sometimes, you know, if I'm what I'm saying on the walking paths at Coronado. So I don't know about that.
I mean, we named the lizards, right? We said, you know, they're always around Walt Disney World. They're always quick. They never get caught. Like they're you know, but they do every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Sometimes they age.
Well, we have a friend of the show that lives in Florida. I won't say their name, but that goes after those lizards in their apartment sometimes, even like, and that breaks my heart that she does that. But anyway,
well, you know, I mean, was it like stand your ground in Florida or something? Stand your ground state. I guess if the lizard comes in, it's all bets off. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. I'm not in a situation where lizards like show up into my house.
Exactly.
Just the running lizards. Those are the only ones.
If one popped into my bedroom or something in the middle of the night, that lizard might be in harm's way. I'm just saying. All right, so the phone lines.
I just looked it up. So it's only the one showing. 9:30 is the only showing of Fantastic.
You know how Disney does things though. Like they pop things, you know, a couple days before. Like, hey, we're gonna have 2 showings. You know, I wouldn't give up on it yet. All right, 407-584-7173. Last day of Flower and Garden. So if you want to go to the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot, you have a good 3 hours, less than 3 hours to get down there and see it right now. If you listen on the feed, too late. So the next festival will be holy cow, Food and Wine. We got the whole summer with no festival at Epcot, and that's fine. But Food and Wine starts. It doesn't start early this year, does it? It'd be like September-ish.
I believe
like
so.
one of those July. Right? I hate it when it started
in
July. Yeah, that was crazy when it started in July.
I did not like that at all.
All right, we have our first call. Let me get this. Let me hit the 3 buttons I got to push. That one, and
August 20. Actually, the end of August.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not July. That's not bad.
Right.
All right, we have our first call on the line. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, Mike, it's Fulton. How you doing?
Fulton, thanks for calling in. What's going on, brother?
Well, I'm getting ready for my big summer games this weekend.
Nice.
With Chill.
All right.
So, yeah.
Good luck.
It's been a long time.
It has. Good luck.
Yeah. I'll be 26 in July.
Oh, nice. You're getting old. You're going to catch up.
Hey, Mike.
Catch up to us. Hey.
What's up?
Not much.
Keeping busy?
I am taking calls and talking Disney tonight. So you going to Disney anytime soon?
Hopefully soon. Been busy cleaning up my house, so.
Well, there you go. So what are you doing in the games? What sport you playing?
Well, I'm doing track and field. I'm doing the 200 meter dash this time.
200.
And then I'm doing the long jump. Nice. And then I'm probably doing the relay.
Oh my! So 200. That's half a lap around the track.
Yep.
Woo. All right.
My first time doing it,
man.
And it's the 1 year anniversary when I went to Wish TV, and I did and I talked about how I got involved with Special Olympics for 17 years.
That's right. We saw you like all over the media this time last year. You were like the superstar.
Yep.
I know. Like I was wanting to be Fulton. I remember that. I still want to.
I need to get. You guys need to get my autograph.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, you gotta give me your autograph next time.
Yep. So.
All right. Well, hey, thanks. We appreciate you calling in, and good luck in the games. Kill it in that 200.
I sure will. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, we're in your corner. We want you to win. See you out in Indy.
Sounds great.
All right. Talk to you later, Fulton.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
Right, bye-bye. Good luck. Oop,
Dude, I like that sound though. It's refreshing.
It's way better than Skype. Let me just say. All right, so let me do this there, and open the phone line back up, and we are good. Give us a call, 407-584-7173. That's our friend Fulton out in Indianapolis, who takes part in the Special Olympics and kills it. This time last week, he was a national representative of Special Olympics, and just kills. We got to meet him a couple times out at the Indy Disney meet, and it was awesome. Shout out to Jason, who is tuned in live in Japan at Epcot, and then our good friend George, who's tuned in live at DCA. So check that out, both coasts.
Oh yeah, I saw George was out there. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh man, and we're sitting here in our houses.
Jason, have a Tokyo sunset for me there in Japan. Love that.
And then we got, speaking of lizards, we got a lizard tuned in live. Laurie, who is killing it. She's tuned in Old Key West at Walt Disney World. So I mean, all of our favorite places and some of our favorite people. It's crazy. Like DCA, Epcot.
So speaking of lizards, I think that our annual like lizard fun run is coming up. We do that like on the anniversary of the lizards. And I just gotta say, I know Molly's like leading that, but those AI like lizard images like creep me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You and me both, man. I'm telling you. Hang on.
I like the human lizard. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I like what she's trying to do with it, but like, I had to like scroll by that post every time. Like, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies when I see that thing.
I think she says she's done with those. We'll see. All right, we have our next call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey guys, this is Dennis down in Texas. How you doing?
Dennis, hey, did you what was the big grill meal this weekend? Did you do something big?
I'm actually firing up the grill just now, and I'm getting ready to try a new recipe, huli huli chicken. It's Hawaiian.
I love huli huli chicken.
Scott's on his way.
I thought you might.
Aloha.
Yeah.
You know, Dennis, you're
found that one.
I laughed in the Discord today because I 100% remember your troubles in Barcelona a year ago today, and I just loved how you're like, I was a fugitive a year ago this weekend in Barcelona.
Yeah, we're just glad he's a free man. He's not using his one call to call in tonight.
Yeah, I was excited that you were talking about the rotation for your all's cruise, because I'm not getting to do a cruise this summer, but I've been reliving last year's cruise, because it turns out that I cruise on June 1st a lot. It was last year at this time was the Mediterranean. A few years ago it was Alaska, and a few years before that it was the Bahamas. So I don't know, just June seems to be the day for cruising.
It's like, hey, just I mean, you have kids too, so it's like right out of school and then bam, right on a ship. It gives you something to look forward to. Kind of the finish line for the kids, like get out of school and get on a boat and start summer the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always been the goal. And last year the Mediterranean cruise is one that we had initially planned for 2020, and so we had booked that back in 2019, and COVID canceled it then, and it canceled it for 2021. We couldn't get a cabin that we wanted for 2022 for the cruise we wanted, so we pushed it to 2023. And then my son had to take some courses for college, and so finally, last year was the year. And then we get down to the port, and there the ship is, and we can't get on because our driver did not have the right permits to drop us off there. And then the guys, the police that pulled us over, didn't speak enough English. We didn't speak enough Spanish. And suddenly they're taking away my passport. And I was like, here it is, 5 years, and I'm still not going to get on that stupid ship, even though I can just walk to it from here.
I can see it.
Because this guy didn't get what he needed to drop us off.
Man, it would almost be like you're in a bad sitcom or some kind of a comedy. And I don't know, man. But I'd also be freaking out. See, Scott's in a huge advantage there because Emily does speak. She's taking a lot of Spanish. I don't know if I'd be so freaked out. I took a lot of Spanish. Like I took it for 5 years, but I'd be freaked out so much that it would do me absolutely no good, because in a foreign country, I don't even have a passport yet. We're going to get one this summer, but I'd be totally freaked out. And I'd just be like, I'm going to jail. I'm going to be in the gulag. Like I'm never getting out, and I'd be done. So I'm just glad that you got it worked out, because I've seen people talk about that especially I think that port you were at, where you have to have some kind of permit to get, only certain like taxi drivers or people can drop you at the port. Like certain people can only get you so far, right? Is that the deal? Like right. Only there's a rule or something there.
Yeah, they do a lot to protect their taxi drivers there. And so everyone that was in a taxi just drove right on by us, no problem. And then it looked like Uber was fine, anyone who was taking an Uber, but any other car service, because I could see that checkpoint, I could see the officers looking at that car from quite a block away as we were pulling up. And as soon as we got close, they just waved us right over. And yeah, I mean, it took about 45 minutes to get through. And my wife had found the number for the U.S. Embassy. My son was recording because we had no idea what was going on at the time. And the funnier thing was, it was like we finally got aboard the ship, and I had told my boys, I was like, look, I'm going to be upset about this for 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to get over it because I'm just not going to let this ruin the cruise.
Right.
And I looked at my email for one last time before we were about to pull away from the port. And there was an email from the car service that said, well, because you were 15 minutes late, we're going to charge you more. And I'm like, you are not.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I called them up and I dealt with that. And then we just put it behind us for the rest of the cruise.
If anything, you should be refunded for that ride.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. What they ended up doing is they offered me like a 30% discount on another ride with them sometime in the next 3 months. And it's like, I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to tarnish anyone's opinion of them because they've been a good service that I've used in Dallas to get me to the airport. I've used them in Vancouver to get to the Alaskan cruises there. I've used them in Philadelphia, Chicago. I even used them in Barcelona to get from the airport to our hotel for the few days that were there before. And they were all good. It's just this one thing that, because they have independent drivers.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the one permit. And so, that was a problem, but we got on board, got over it, and had a good week.
Let me ask you this. I mean, it's funny. It's one of those things like, it's like your parent tells you like in 10 years, you're going to look back at this and crack up, but in the moment you're like, yeah, it was really hilarious right now. Going to jail. But so for one, I got to thank you because you're always in the clubhouse and the Discord, just answering anybody's question about Disney Cruise Line thoroughly and thoughtfully and giving, especially folks who don't have the experience, just great answers and putting their minds at ease. Any questions, dining, itineraries, ships, stuff like that, because you have a lot of experience. We appreciate that so much. Just off the top of your head, though, let me ask you this. Scott just disappeared. He's going to come back. So right now, if you had the chance to take any cruise that Disney Cruise Line offers, which cruise of any of the itineraries right now, any itinerary ship is like the most intriguing to you? Is it the Treasure? Is it a Med cruise? Is it Alaska again? Or what would you go after if Disney Cruise Line called and said, you're one of our great customers, take a cruise on us?
Ooh, good question. I've been on all the ships except for the Treasure and the Fantasy. So my instinct is to say one of those two cruises. To go try the Treasure, especially since I've heard such amazing things about it since it started sailing last Thanksgiving. But there's a show on the Smithsonian Channel called Mighty Cruise Ships, and then every week they follow a different ship around and its itinerary and everything. And this past week they had an Alaska cruise, not DCL, but it was a different line. And my wife and I were sitting there watching it, and we looked at each other like, we got to get back to Alaska. So I've done it twice, and I'm itching to go back again. So I think I'll either pick that or one of the Norwegian itineraries because I heard their fjords are absolutely beautiful and supposedly blow Alaska out of the water.
Yeah, and it's a shame Scott disappeared here because he just did that last summer and he loved it. I mean, when he came back with his vlogs and showed that, I was like, Scott, that stuff doesn't, I mean, it looked like it was green screened or something. I mean, the color and the images that he was showing, I was just like, these places don't look real, that he went to on his, when he got off the ship for the excursions. It was amazing. And like you've said, the future of some of these Norwegian cruises is uncertain too. So I think if you want to do these cruises and get into some of these ports and some, see these fjords and stuff like that, I think you want to do those things sooner rather than later, because who knows like what itineraries will be offered for those in the coming years, right? Because they might have to modify ships. Some ship, I think they'll always offer them, but they might have to do different ships in Norway and stuff like that because of climatary restrictions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of push locally in those places to limit the size of the ships that can come in so they don't have an outweighed impact on the ports there. Because like Alaska, Ketchikan or Skagway or whatever, they'll have a couple thousand people, and then the size of the population triples with one cruise ship that comes in, and they'll have 4 or 5 in that day, and suddenly what normally supports 1,500 people has got 10,000 wandering around. So it's all our responsibility to be responsible tourists when we go places, and I think the cruise lines have a large role to play in that, and I support that. And these are all places I want to go. And when we heard about that new class of ship they're building that's a little bit bigger than the Magic and Wonder, but smaller than the Dream and Fantasy, that is designed to be more environmentally friendly and fuel efficient, be able to use other kinds of fuels, that'll be ideal for places like Norway. And so I'm hoping if next year is in fact the last year that they can do a Norwegian cruise, that they'll be able to do it again once they have the new ships added to the fleet.
I agree, kind of the just right size to me, right? It's just a little bit bigger than the classics, but not the mega ship. And it's just going to be super flexible, right? It's going to be like a flex ship. It can do anything. And I'm excited to get back on the Magic because I haven't been on the Wonder in forever. I've been on a classic ship since Mallory was like 8 or 9, and Scott's never been on one. So I can't wait to be on it with Scott because they offer a lot. Just when you get to the islands feel less crowded for one thing. And like I said, I love how you brought up being a responsible tourist when you get off at these ports, because you can easily on these mega ships overwhelm the port. But again, it's hard, right? Because this is your one day there and you want to make the most of it. And everybody does kind of get selfish without thinking they're being selfish. You just want to enjoy your day there. You want to consume, like you got 8 hours. I want to get the most out of my 8 hours. Everybody singularly thinks that way. You can boom, like you say, easily overwhelm a town because you got, 5,000, if there's a couple of ships there, 5,000 people doing that in 8 hours, and it's just boom. And then you're not the only one coming there. Tomorrow, another ship pulls in. And the next day, another ship pulls in. Scott, we're talking real quick, get Scott's thoughts on this real quick before we get you out of here, Dennis, but we're talking Norway cruises. Dennis, if he could take any cruise he wanted, he was debating between Alaska and Norway.
I'm all for Norway. Sorry what happened there. So my laptop wasn't charging. so I had to figure out, I had to like basically reset everything here. So my apologies for that. I mean, those fjords in Norway, like, I know Dennis, you have experience with Alaska, but that's what I think they're very similar, right? Like just like how you sail through those, and Norway just absolutely blew me away. And I'm going to be planning another one of those very soon because it just was like the best scenery I've ever seen in my life. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to sail into Bergen, Norway, at the end of a United Kingdom cruise years ago, not with DCL, obviously, and it was beautiful, and I could stand to get down some of the other fjords and check that out. But with Alaska, mile for mile, it was just the most beautiful place I've ever been. You sail on that Inside Passage, and you see the cavalcades and the waterfalls and the wilderness. You got whales and orcas, occasional bear and that type of thing in the woods around there. It feels like you could reach out and touch the land. That's how close you are to the shores. And if in Norway is better than that, then definitely sign me up.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're going to be similar. See, we're like the opposites, where I haven't done Alaska, but I've done Norway and you haven't. So like, we need to switch roles here and then like come back and
swap notes. I know, it's awesome. Well, Dennis, hey, we appreciate the call, and you take care down in Texas, and don't be a stranger. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you soon, guys.
All right, enjoy that dinner tonight. Take care.
Will do.
All right,
bye.
All right, 475-847-1173. But first,
here's something interesting about cruising.
Yes,
I was just looking at the port adventures while I was trying to like get situated here.
Yep.
And so I'm not familiar with Lighthouse Point. Super familiar. But the bicycle rentals are sold out. Like, I feel like you never see that at Castaway. Isn't that kind of strange? Is it because it's new?
Sold out at Lighthouse?
Yeah.
Castaway.
At Lighthouse.
I didn't even know they had bikes. I haven't seen
that. Well, I just saw like they were sold because I always look at the cabanas just to see. Like, not that I'm gonna like necessarily do it, but like
I've seen them on vlogs. Those cabanas at Lookout Key. Those cabanas are sweet there.
Are they? Okay. Now that I've actually experienced one on Castaway, I'm like, oh, what do these look like? And then I saw like, oh, bicycles are like sold out. That's kind of interesting.
I've seen a bunch of vlogs now, and I've not seen a bicycle on any of them. So there might be 3. I don't know.
Maybe they're sold out because there's no bikes.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're sold out because there's like 3. I've not heard a person mention a bike.
That's fun.
Like, I mean, you always hear about them at Castaway. Like, I've seen people
Oh,
ride
yeah.
vlogs at Castaway. Like, I mean,
Oh yeah, we've done it.
yeah, I've ridden them too. I mean, it's hot, but yeah, I don't know where you would ride them at Lookout.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be because it's so new too. People want to like, oh, we haven't explored this island yet. Let's get a bike. You know.
Somebody said they think the bikes aren't running yet.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah, see, because that could be because like I haven't heard a chirp about the bikes. That could be totally it.
That could be. I mean, yeah, that could be it. That's why they're just loaded. They're loaded on the website, but they're not available.
Put it there, and then when they're available, yeah, because they're going to have a million bikes when they're ready. Because they probably don't have like maybe the path's not ready or something. Because you're not going to throw the bikes on a ship and just boom, bring it. What I need is the bike to ride over from the ship, like on the,
right
on the pier. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's announce the dining rotation and talk about what we're doing with the dining because it's at the bottom of the hour here. So. I'm excited. I'm jazzed. I haven't even told you. I didn't even spill the beans to you because I want to give it to you on the show. So you know that the 3 dining rooms. Do you know 3 dining rooms on the Magic that we're dining in?
No, I just know animators. That's all.
Animators, best animators on any of the cruise ships. They're on the Wonder and the Magic because it's that old style black and white, turns the color. It's got a little show with it. Not going to spoil it, but it's awesome. Ties into our podcast. And the other 2 restaurants are Lumiere's. That's the one that's right off the atrium, which would be akin to like on the Fantasy and the Dream, like Royal Court or Royal Palace, Royal Palace, Royal Court. So that's Lumiere's, and then the other one is Rapunzel's Royal Table, which on the Wish and the Treasure would be like the Frozen
Enchanted Garden kind of.
Well, like on the Treasure and the Wish, it'd be like the Frozen meal or the Cocoa meal.
Okay.
It's like a show. There's like a whole like stage show. Yeah, but it's not like Enchant. It's more like the Frozen meal because there's like a show. Rapunzel comes out and stuff. Anyway, so those are our 3 meals. All right. So our dining rotation is as such. The first night we're eating at Rapunzel's Royal Table because it's 5-night cruise. The second night we're eating at Lumiere's. Third night, Lumiere's. Fourth night, Animators Palette. I was going to say Art of Animation because I just have the initials down. And then the last night again back at Rapunzel's. Now, the reason this is a good rotation, Pirate Night is the 3rd night. So we know the Pirate Night is the 3rd night. So we're eating at Lumiere's so we're doing the 2 consecutive Lumiere's nights. So you go to Lumiere's and then you go back to Lumiere's the 2nd night. So Pirate Night, if you want to do like something else that night, for Pirate Night, you can, but Pirate Night will be a different menu the 2nd night of Lumiere. So, it's the 3rd night, it's right in the middle. Also, I didn't want us to miss. Here's the thing. I was worried about us missing the show in Animator's Palette because if Animator's Palette would have landed on Pirate Night, you would not get the show because they just put up pirate artwork and they don't give you the whole like changing colors thing. So I had to make sure that didn't land on the 3rd night. So that's why I made sure that we had this rotation. Also, the show the first night when you board the ship is the Tangled show. So we're eating on second shift. We're late dining. I've never done late dining, but it's going to be new for me. But
I love late dining.
I've never done it. So it's going to be wild. But so we'll see the Tangled show and then we'll go to Rapunzel's Royal Table after. It's going to be a total Tangled first day. And so that'll be kind of cool. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I think it's a good rotation. And then we'll have, Pirate Night in the middle. We won't miss any shows.
Then the second Rapunzel would just be like their normal like farewell dinner menu.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the show happens, but
right.
Yeah, I think it's just a regular thing. But yeah, I'm excited for that. And then we'll have breakfast.
Excited for it too.
The last breakfast will be at Rapunzel's, obviously, before they boot you off the ship, because that's always your last dinner place.
And I think we have a Apollo dinner night 3, Pirate Night. That'd be awesome.
We are having dinner at Palo during Palo. It just happened to be the 3rd night.
So I know it's supposed to be like Emily's like graduation like celebration, but she'll have to find something else to do that night on Pirate Night.
Yes. So that is our yep. So that is our rotation. We are RLLAR. If you're writing it down, Rapunzel's Lumiere.
That's fun.
I want to say Art of Animation. Animators
Palette.
Animators Palette. and Rapunzels. Why do I keep wanting to say art of animation? Because I talk about art of animation all day, every day in my other job. So there you go. So there you can make your plans. At least you know kind of where you're going to be each night for dinner, and we'll all be together on the same rotation, having a good time. So get
So I
ready.
love the second dining because when you, especially if you do like an excursion or like, I think all of us are going to be going to Castaway and the other island. I said the other island because I don't know the official name. Lookout Key, right?
Yep. Lookout Key.
So when you come back to the ship after like a long beach day or whatever, like I don't want to like quick. I mean, obviously I want to shower. Those are the best showers, right? You get all the sand off you and everything. You feel good, but like I don't like being rushed to go to dinner right after that. So that's why I like the second dining because then you can like do some trivias, hop into a lounge, relax for a little bit, go on deck 4, sit on some loungers, sit on your veranda for a little while, take some time, and then get ready for dinner later on that evening. I just feel like it's more like relaxing and when you have second dining. And I think the servers are there's like maybe more kids at the early dining, so they're a little more like, whoo, we got through that first seating. All right, now we're gonna have fun in the second seating. I don't know. I feel like they're into it more for some reason in the second one. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. But I'm excited you're gonna get to experience it as someone that eats at like 4 every day. This is gonna be interesting.
I know it's gonna be wild. Like I'm excited to see how I feel about this. I think it'll be fine. All right, we have our next call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Oliver. I am from Canada, and I went on a cruise when I was younger.
Okay, which cruise did you go on?
I went on a Disney cruise around the Florida area. But something I noticed over time is that there's less and less of the kids around and more of those stupid fucking niggers.
All right, well, we're going to cut him off because he's an idiot. All right,
Yeah.
We'll appreciate you. So thank you for being an idiot. All right, so 407 584 7173. Always got to have.
Always got to have your finger on the button.
Yes, we got him out of there because he's a fool. All right, 407 584 7173. Thanks for being an idiot.
I mean, it is Yacht Rock season, so maybe he's like a Doobie Brother, like what a fool believes, you know.
Yeah, he's something. All right, we appreciate it and glad you didn't get through.
But I do like this. I do like the second dining though. Like I think you're gonna like it, Mike.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I have a feeling that I'll be up at the what's it called? It's like the dive-in diner or something up there where they got because they got like the pizzas, the hamburgers, the shawarma, and then they have Daisy's Delights, all that stuff. So I apologize for that, everybody. Sorry I didn't catch it exactly quick enough, but I tried because I want to make sure I give everybody a chance. But that's me for being an idiot. All right, 407-584-7173. Wish we had something better, but we don't because we're just a podcast. All right, so let's talk.
I'm curious about the shawarma. I saw Dennis in the disc. No, it wasn't Dennis. It was Scott, like the DCL blog guy. You know, I think you retweet some of his stuff sometimes. He loves getting the shawarma on the classic ships. Like he doesn't even go to like Cabanas. He goes and gets the shawarma when he boards the ship.
Yeah, and he's on the Magic right now.
I saw that. He's like doing our itinerary, I think.
Yeah, he's on our itinerary. All right, we have our next caller. Who's joining us?
Hey, Mike, what's up? It's Brett from New York.
Hey, Brett, what's going on? Do I have to keep my finger on the button? What's going on? Do I? No.
No, you're good.
Okay, good. All right. Who are the other two hosts of this podcast?
Ricky.
Okay. Good. And
Sam.
Okay, good. Okay, now I feel a little better. Okay.
I'm
Okay,
we're
good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I'm Brett from New York, whose wife doesn't like Disney.
Okay, we're okay. Good. I feel like I can stop sweating bullets at this point because I feel terrible because that sort of got through. So yeah, okay. Thank you. So what's going on?
Nothing. So I had a question for you. You know, as we discussed on my trip report, my wife isn't the biggest lover of Disney, but she made it through. She's planning a big old cruise with her mother for 10 days on Virgin to go to Greece. I really want to go on our first Disney cruise, but I know that if I tell her where we're going, she'll say no. So my question to you guys is, if I'm planning a Disney cruise for my wife, which ship do I choose and which destination if she's not going to know before she gets there?
Man, I have thoughts because, I book honestly right now. I mean, over the last, I would say year to two, like year to 2 years, I bet you I book at least 50% of my bookings are Disney Cruise Line. I book as much Disney
Right.
Cruise Line as I book World and Land combined at this point. So Disney Cruise Line is a big part of my business. And I will say, if I was in your shoes for a first time person to kind of get them to like, you want her to convert, right? You want her to be like a Disney Cruise Line person. I would look.
Hopefully afterwards, it would be me, my son, and her. But I just want her to not flip out and have a great time on said cruise.
So you don't want to go too long. So I would look at either a 4 or 5 night cruise to start. And that's going to give you either a cruise like we're doing. We're doing a 5 night cruise on the Magic, and it's going to go to both Castaway Key and Lighthouse Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, the new island. It's going to go to both private islands, which are going to be great experiences because they're very controlled, very Disney. Everything is, you don't have to worry about anything that's not controlled. I mean, it's like beautiful beaches. Everything's Disney. All the food's going to be top rate. You don't have to pay for anything when you're on the island. Great. And that would be on a classic ship. You could also look at the Wish. And as a first time cruiser, the Wish is not my favorite ship. The Wish is fine. There's nothing wrong with the Wish. I just don't like that it doesn't have a track that goes all the way around it. There's a couple like dead ends in the layout of the ship. It doesn't have 3 elevator banks. It has 2, but they're big elevators. I just prefer the Dream and the Fantasy class because I've sailed them so many times. I'm just kind of I'm just a stickler for like my old ways. I'm just an old man kind of person. But the Wish, for somebody that's not sailed a lot, the Wish, people love the Wish. There's a lot of people that love the Wish. It's a brand new spanking beautiful ship. So I would say look at either one of the, like a 4-nighter on the Wish or like a 5-nighter on the Magic, and go into Castaway and Lookout. And I think it would be, I mean, you can't really miss, that's a good introduction.
And there's enough for her to do this non-Disney on those ships, but for me to sort of fulfill my Disney, my Disney need with my son.
Absolutely. What do you think, Scott?
Well, that was my worry because like Brett's wife isn't necessarily a Disney fan, but that's why I would like to go to ports that weren't like Disney private islands necessarily, because you're going to see like Disney characters like all over the place on those islands, things like that.
Yeah, but as long as she has a beach, she's happy. If it's a beautiful beach, she'll be happy.
Well, then you're good because those are beautiful beaches. so I really like
my wife's not a Disney fan. I mean, not a big Disney fan. Like she just wants to be on the beach. Like she doesn't get her picture taken with characters or anything like that, but she's cool with going to the beach. Like, and she,
from what I've heard from you guys, Disney Cruise Lines is like, almost better than any other cruise line. So I
mean, and Castaways, and I can't speak to the other island yet, but like Castaway, like I love like their family beach because you got umbrellas everywhere, so you're not like battling for like space. And then like once you get out there, especially if you're like on the Magic, like the 5-night Mike was talking about, because it's a smaller ship, you got less people even on the beach because there's a less capacity on the ship. So then that makes it even feel more like wide open. So I hear. I haven't actually experienced that yet, but that's what I hear.
True. So because the island's built for the biggest ship.
Exactly.
So when you have a smaller ship pull in, you less competition.
But I just love that the battling for chairs, like, is not a thing. Like when I go to the beach, right? Like anywhere, like in like Lake Michigan here in Michigan, like you gotta like find the right spot for your beach chair and all this stuff. But like you don't have to bring that stuff because it's already there. And I just love that. And you don't have to pay like extra for them because a lot of those beach resorts, right? You have to pay all these upcharges to get an umbrella or to get these chairs or whatever, but that's just included, which is just so awesome to me.
That's great because I can't stand having to wake up at 9 a.m. to leave 7 books on your chair for 6 hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'll tell you this too. Like, I mean, if like, your wife wants to, just be on the ship and not like, if you go with your son to do some like, Disney activities throughout the ship, the adult area on these ships is unreal. She could go up by the adult pool and they'll have live music sometimes playing, like a 2 or 3 piece little band playing steel drums, or just like a bassist and just a guitarist or something playing soft jazz or something. And I mean, there's a bar right there just for the adults. There's a Cove Cafe, a coffee bar, and adults only pool, hot tubs, layout with these super comfortable loungers with these awesome pillows. I mean, the adult area is unmatched on these ships. And you got the rainforest spa, you could go into that spa area. It's unreal. I mean, it's like there's plenty of stuff that she could be doing while you're doing stuff with your son and having all the Disney fun you want to. I mean, my wife's done all this stuff because we go on these podcast cruises and like I get, we also go and play trivia together. You know what I'm saying? There's Disney
Right.
trivia, but then there's also like TV themes trivia, 80s music trivia, and like we all enjoy that stuff. You know, there's tons to do. Towel folding. You know, like we have a blast. Like I don't think you have to be like into it as much as we are. You know, like we're all knee deep in Disney, like right. But my wife likes it, but she doesn't like it as much. You know, she isn't like a podcast fan. Like she likes Disney at a kind of what I call like almost a normal level. You know, like we're obsessed. She enjoys it, but you know, like she's not like, she doesn't need to like get up at 7 a.m. to get in line to meet every princess kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. I know. I think she'll enjoy it. It's just our entire relationship. We've always sort of tried to one up each other on vacations, and we plan vacations and we don't tell the other one where we're going until we sort of get to the airport. So it just makes me nervous with the Disney one because I know it's like, you know, I got to step it up, but I have a feeling if I pick the right cruise to the right places, it'll all work out for me.
Yeah, I just think once she gets on the ship, because just the dining rooms are so beautiful, the ship itself is so beautiful, you know, the service is impeccable. I just don't think she could have a bad time. I really don't, because you can distance yourself from, you can really not be geeked out by Disney and have an awesome time. You could just have a great cruise.
Well, you might be hearing from me then, and it'll be a good trip report after this one.
Good stuff.
See how we fare.
Yeah, I think you guys would have a great time. And I mean, you know, she could see her son have a blast, and you'd be having a blast. I mean, that's what it's all about, honestly.
It's my favorite Disney vacation.
It is. I mean, mine too. Like if you pick them all, like Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line wins every time. It's the most expensive. That's why I can't go as much.
Yeah, gotta get it in. I haven't done it yet. I've done all the other stuff, but not that.
Yep. Well, hey, yeah, just give it a shot, man. I'm telling you, it's a great vacation.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. Thanks,
all right.
Scott.
And thank you for being better than our last call. Your caller of the day.
Have a good night.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's see here. And we got that. And
I want to hear more about that cruise that his wife's going on. That sounded awesome on Virgin. That sounded
I know
great.
Pam Forster's done that one a couple times.
Yeah. We talked about doing one of those because that's like an 18 and over, I believe, cruise line.
I think it might be 21 and over.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 18 because
maybe
we
it
looked
is 18
into doing that one with Emily after she turns 18.
Yeah, maybe it is. I know it's
so crazy. She's gonna be like in college and still not 18. Like she's gonna be on this cruise. Oh man, I wish she could go to Palo.
I'm scared to death to answer these calls. All right, we have a next call. Hey, he's joining us.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Scott. It's Paul from New Jersey.
Whew. Hey, what's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Who are the other, who are the other podcast hosts?
I'm sorry?
Who are the other podcast hosts? Just kidding. Go ahead.
You should have asked him asked him what the Yacht Rock question of the week was.
Exactly.
Hey, that's what I was calling in. You got that clown 2 callers before. I'm glad Brett called in between because I don't want to follow that. And Scott mentioned Yacht Rock, and I'm like, hey, this is a good time to call in. Let's see what's going on.
You know, Michael McDonald graduated with my uncle from McClure High School.
Really?
Yeah. Right here in
that's pretty cool.
Florissant, Missouri, class of 68. Yep.
Very nice.
I went completely off track, but we were talking, went out to dinner with a few friends of mine, and we were talking to old television shows, from like the 70s and 80s, and we came up with What's Happening. And one of my friends reminded me that the Doobie Brothers were actually on that show, and I had forgotten they were on that show.
That's an epic episode. I used to watch that show all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's a great show.
Hey, just haven't talked to you guys in a little while. I wanted to call in again. Scott, congratulations to Emily. I know I've written it many times, but I want to say it verbally because it's such a year, such an accomplishment, such a great future ahead of her, and all the best wishes and congratulations.
I appreciate you very much, my friend. That means a lot. I definitely have. I've passed that word on to her for sure, and enjoy having you as a friend. I appreciate the kind words.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you. And I appreciate you being on Team Sprinkles on the Discord.
Absolutely. Team Sprinkles all the way.
Use some support.
I mean, I can't support you on the flat pop, unfortunately, but I can support you on the Sprinkles.
No, understood. Hey, I'll take it where I can get it. I wanted to throw something. I know it's a big cruise night, and I'm so excited to follow along with you guys on the podcast cruise, but I wanted to throw out a couple of things. I love always throwing questions at you guys and hearing what you guys think and what you have to say. And Scott, since you've gone through the year you've just gone through, and Mike's about to, been through with Paige, but going through with his baby. What's one piece of advice you'd give to Mike to savor this year that maybe you didn't think of, or maybe wasn't so obvious a year ago?
Man, I would just say like try to just like just try to be involved in everything that you can. I know Mike is a very busy guy. He works every day, right? So, but I know he goes to all the football games. He tries to go to all the basketball games. But like, I just try to be involved in every single ounce of any activity Emily was doing that I could be part of, because I knew it was going to be the last, and I didn't want to miss it.
Totally agree.
That's
I mean,
good.
that's why
Yeah,
Pam retired this year, so she could be in charge of the boosters, and we're all in this year. Like that's it. I mean,
perfectly
you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like we volunteered. I mean, we always volunteered with the band, but we volunteered more with the band this year. We just did more like school type activities, where in the past we're like, we don't need to do that. But then we're like, Liz, like this is the last time, so like our baby's going to not be doing this next year, so like, we just gotta enjoy it. So, and that's what we did. We just enjoy. That's a great expression. We just enjoyed the year. Like we didn't think about like, oh no, like what's gonna be happening next year. We were just in the moment, just enjoying every second of it is what we did.
It's funny because bringing that up, like I don't know when that point hits, like if it's like halfway through high school or whatever, because for a while there, it's like, oh my gosh, I got to be at all these events. Like, it's like, I gotta be. And then at some point, like I don't know when, but at some point it's like, man, I'm going to miss this. Like there's like, I don't know, like at some point, like, it's like, I only got so many of these left. Like, and it's just like, you appreciate it so much more. And I don't know when that happened. It did hit me, not too long ago, but like, God, it was like, how many more cheer games I have to sit through in the cold, and then also,
gosh, I know.
I'm gonna miss this, and like, it's going to be over before I know it. Yeah.
Well, even with our football team, right, with the band, like there were times we did not stick around the fourth quarter. It's cold. The football team's losing by 50 points. Like, let's just leave. But like we're like, no, this is like one quarter we're throwing away that we get to hear Emily play like a song in the stands or whatever, to hype up the crowd, like the few that are there. But we just stuck it out for everything, like there's just no way we were going to give up anything this last year. And Mike knows that too, for sure. So.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, we had 14 seniors and we sit with all the parents, right, dude? And I was sitting with them this year, the senior parents, and dude, oh my God, like it was just sad because I'm emotional, man. I cry at Happily Ever After. I cry like whenever I hear Go the Distance anywhere at Walt Disney World. I'm just like, Paige and Mallory, they make fun of me because they have no hearts. They have no hearts. Like they're mean as snot. Like, are you gonna cry again about that running song? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's my song, but they're, but like the senior parents, of course, are going to cry, dude. That's their kid. That's their daughters out there. They're the senior, but all this stuff was happening to them. And I'm just like, no, it's coming for me next year. And so, so we got to talk about Disney though. Paul, what are you doing to me?
Scott,
what are you doing? Just like put me on the couch.
Yeah, I don't want to sidetrack too much. I just
put me on the couch.
You guys are always in awe of how much listenership you have and how widespread it is. And you figure there's people going to go through the same thing this year, right? There's people, for me, it's been a few years removed, but following along, Scott, this year, and I can't wait to follow along, Mike, with you and Mallory. This advice helps other people, but we'll stay on Disney. I had something I wanted to ask you guys for a while.
And I have a question for you too, Paul, before you hang up. Okay. So don't hang up after you ask.
Oh, sure. Okay. Kind of a game question. So you guys can bring back any three things you want. To Disney World, to Disneyland, I guess mostly World. That's what's lost a lot. You don't lose what's replaced. So like if you brought back the Liberty Bell, you're still going to get Cars Land. You could bring back things, Illuminations, whatever you want. But the cost is, Mike, Coronado doesn't exist, and Scott, you still get to be a DVC member, but Old Key West doesn't exist. You're a DVC member somewhere else. Which one are you?
I could give up Coronado. I mean, I like Coronado, but it's not that. There's plenty of other places I could stay. I'd be fine with that.
To bring back Coronado to watch Illuminations again and something else.
I'd give up Coronado. I'd give up Coronado to watch Illuminations one more time. That's how much I liked it. Yeah. I mean, Coronado's great and all, but Man, I loved
Yeah,
elimination.
but Okie West is so great. I'm trying to think like what are the 3 things I'd bring back? Like, I mean, I guess I could say like I'd bring back Impressions de France like full time instead of like that hideous show that they play the other hours of the day. So like
Oh,
that,
oh,
I'm with
so
you.
that might almost be worth bringing back. I mean, losing Old Key West.
I don't know about that though. Yeah, easy
Like,
there, easy there.
but as Paul said, I still get to keep my DVC membership.
I like my Olivia's, man. Easy there. Let's drive a little harder bargain than just like 2 more shows a day. Come on now.
I mean, I still got 2 more items I could bring back too. There.
I know, seriously, you're giving it away a little bit easy there, man. Let's get some more for that bargain. Holy God.
That's a great question. It's just funny to think though, like, because I think the 2 of you have been going way longer than I have to Walt Disney World. And like, I still feel like a rookie sometimes because it was like when Emily was 3, but I just think about all the things I've lost like in those 10, 11, 12 years or whatever. It's crazy to think like, and it's cool like how like evolving it always is, right? But then like sometimes it is some heartache when you think about the things we have lost in the past. But yeah, I think I might give up the old Key West as long as I still have that DVC membership. That's the most important thing. So Osborne Lights, Wade just said, oh my God, there's so many great things I'd want to bring back.
I was actually thinking mine would be Illuminations, Osborne Lights, and I'd bring back Year of a Million Dreams. Those are my 3. In Coronado, see you later. Nice knowing you.
But now you just lost the resort. Like, where are you going to put all these people that are staying
Well, I
there?
mean, dude, there's 20 other resorts. Like, who cares? Like, I gave up my grill. Big deal. Like, I mean, you know what? Like,
It's funny. Like,
we got all that.
A few years ago, I would have wanted to bring back Downtown Disney because I did not like Disney Springs for the longest time.
I'm with you 100%. Yep.
But it's grown on me a little bit recently. What about you, Paul? What would you do? Like, I think you are you a Boardwalk owner, Saratoga? I can't remember. You might own a couple of them.
Saratoga.
Yeah. So would you give up Saratoga?
That's a hard one for me because we've been lucky to be able to stay at Beach Club the most. Thank you, Jason, for doing my graph, so I knew where I stayed the most. That was an awesome graph.
That's awesome.
So I guess your question for me would be, would I give up those stays at Beach Club? Like Beach Club never existed, and it would be tough. But I think I'm with Mike. Osborne Lights, and I see Wade comment on Osborne Lights. I didn't even think about that, but Illuminations gets me right away, and I think I would easily think of a third thing that I would have to give up the resort for as much as I love it, the pool, everything. I know what I'd lose, and that's why I wanted to make it tough. And I'm glad you guys came up with 2 different answers, but. Yeah, you know what? No, it's not cool that you flipped it on me because now I don't want to think about it.
Right? It's hard to think about.
Turnabout's fair play. That's how it goes.
But I have a question for you, Paul.
Last week you had the caller, Scott, where you gave her a pass on the midday show in France as long as she had experienced and enjoyed Impressions de France before. So that was funny too.
Yeah. I mean, if you see the Beauty, if you see the Beauty and the Beast daytime show, you have to come back for the nightcap. I'm just saying that has to be a rule.
Yeah.
That when they let you into the theater, like, okay, like if you don't return, your stuff is going to the curb out of your room.
That is true. That should be. There should be some kind of tracking device. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it though. We got a little bit of senior years, a little bit of Disney, and that's all I had. If somebody else wants to call in, or you didn't want me to hang up yet, but
well, no, Scott's got something for you real quick. What do you got, Scott?
Yeah, so I had a quick question for you. Just for the summer trip, I think I've heard you say something like you're leaving or flying home July 2nd, and I land July 2nd. So I wasn't sure if there's going to be overlap because I come in kind of later. I don't know if there's going to be some MCO overlap, but are your plans that you're flying out? I don't know if you want to say it on the air, but like you can hit me up. I'm just curious what time you're leaving, things like that.
I don't mind, and I definitely appreciate you even bringing it up. Now we have a 1:30 flight, so I'm guessing you're probably going to be gone. I mean,
I come in after you, man. We're just missing each other. That's so wild. Dang.
I can't wait to one day we'll sit down, we'll have break some bread and have a drink, and I'm looking forward to that day. It will come. It'll be glorious. But no, unfortunately, that day I think we'll miss. I think you guys know. I mean, like I had to put the GIF in the on the Discord, and there's a few of us I know who are going to be anxiously following along. Wish we could be there, but it's my granddaughter's first birthday on July 9th, so unfortunately I couldn't do this trip. But I'm looking forward to trying next time, and I'll always, every time you guys are in that area or down there, or I will always try to see if we can meet up. But I appreciate the question, Scott. Thank you.
Well, and family first always. That's kind of why I'm going down late, right? We're going to do something with the family here for the 4th, and then right after that, jump on a plane, come down. But I will say, I was thinking about this the other day. This is the very first time that we're going to actually, like, I'll have internet access, right? So, and we have the clubhouse now. So, you know, for those people that aren't going, we're going to have like, we'll be able to like live stream from the podcast cruise. We'll be able to post pictures instantly and videos. I mean, so those people that aren't sailing with us, we'll be able to interact in real time as we're on the ship. So it's going to be kind of a fun, interactive cruise, as we have not been able to do the first 6 cruises. So with the clubhouse and everybody hanging out in there, this one's going to be a wild one. I think this is going to be a different kind of experience, because I think we can even use this platform. I've been messing around with it from my phone, so I think we can do this possibly. So we shall see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're gonna
can't wait to follow along. You can't wait to follow along with you, Mike, this week, and Scott, your next golf round. I can't wait to follow along. Love hanging out with you guys any way I can, but I look forward to following along on that cruise.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Paul, and have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Good. Take care, guys. Thanks.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye. All right. Let me do this. Oh, I missed it. Oh, got it. All right. And what's Michael say? Hippy dippy pool graduation.
No, Michael's just being like, yeah, I'm just chilling in the hippy dippy pool right now. Or
He's
the
hippy dippy pool. I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, or was it the hippity dippity pool, as you always like to
I
say
call it
on
the
the
hippity
podcast?
dippity pool. I like to add the little dippity dippity bit to it, but yeah. So, man, you got to go on the Eastern Caribbean cruise on the Disney. I love the Eastern Caribbean cruise. That is the
Zip
best.
line on Tortola. I think you did that too, Mike.
I zip lined on Tortola. Yeah. That is it's a active excursion, but it is beautiful. You get up there and you can look right down onto the ship. Like
Jared has a vlog on. I don't know if you ever watched it. Jared made like a little 10-minute video of a point of view cam.
Yes,
like
look straight. Cool. I tried to do it just on my phone, and immediately it's like I was like, okay, my phone. I got freaked out. It was just like in the sky.
Oh no, they do something with the Coast Guard though. What? Oh no. They had to change course because the previous night while they offloaded a patient onto a Coast Guard helicopter. Oh dang, hope they're doing all right. That's always scary when that happens, but
yeah. Oh, they got wiki late. It says got there 4 hours late. Yeah, I guess. I'll have to get back. I'm glad they had a good time in Tortola though. Yeah, the Eastern Caribbean is so beautiful. Oh, think about doing that one again next year. We'll see because I want to get back on the treasure. Anyway, we are excited because we have a cruise coming up next month, and I'm obsessed. Like, keep wearing my cruise shirts and hats, and I'm excited. I watched this old vlog of somebody today. Just all he did was go through the stores on the Magic, what's it called, Whitecaps and Mickey's Mainsail. I mean, none of that stuff will probably be on the ship by the time we get there because it's in April.
No, it'll be different stuff, but it's just seeing the footage, right? Just seeing the ship just get you excited for sure. I love shopping on the ship. It's so fun.
I know. Like, I was looking at all the hats, and that's the whole thing. Like, I was like, oh, I need that right there. Then I'm like, they won't have it when I get there. Probably be all new stuff. I'm like, oh, wow.
I wish they could keep the shops open more. I understand why they can't during while you're in port, but dang, I would just love that. But
I thought of you though, because they went into Whitecaps, right? That's kind of the upper stuff, and it had the Tommy Bahamas and all that stuff.
Dude, I love that stuff. Yeah.
This is totally I'm all into I just want to get a t-shirt, a hat. That's my jam.
Yeah, I had that new Tommy Bahama DCL shirt. I'm totally gonna wear it. Bring that.
Wow, we're gonna have so much fun. I can't wait. And Corey over on Instagram says he just got to Melbourne. He's getting on the Wish tomorrow.
Oh, so that's right. That's right.
Voyage to Corey. I just love we have so many listeners getting ready to do so many cool things. We have some people at Walt Disney World just got off the treasure. Folks getting on the Wish. Oh man, we're gonna have so much fun. So excited.
Wish sailings are fun. You board on a Monday, then you get off on a Friday. You might as well hang in town for a couple more days, right? Because you're right there, But
what day of the week do we get on?
We did a Monday. We did a Monday. Yeah.
So
it's always been the 3 nights are Friday to Sunday, and the 4 nights are Monday through Thursday.
But ours is 5, right? So it's a Monday.
Our cruise coming up is a Sunday. It's
Sunday to Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking. I thought you were asking the last time we did the Wish.
Okay. So yeah, Sunday to Friday. Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait.
Sunday is funny. I don't know if we've ever sailed away like on a Sunday.
Huh. I don't know, because
We
once
must
I'm on the
have
ship, I
before.
could care less what day of the week it is, to be honest. Like
I know you kind of forget.
I know you totally. Who cares? Like, yeah, I
Mhm.
was super excited for that. But yeah. So again, the dining rotation: Rapunzel's, Lumiere's, Animator's Palette. Got it right that time. And Rapunzel's for anybody tuned in late for our sailing. All right, we're going to jump out of here. We're going to have great podcasts this week. Scott, I don't know if you can join us, but Pam Forrester's back. She's going to have a lot. Ricky's not going to be here, so if you can, you want to jump in?
Possibly.
Let me know. It'd be awesome because it'd be fun to have a 3-person crew to talk Disney this week. But we'll be here, and of course, I'll be down at Walt Disney World for a quick in and out on Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday night, I'll be there at Coronado for a few hours, just getting there to kind of get there. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be around the parks and staying at the Contemporary for the first time. It's going to be exciting. And then come home Friday afternoon. Yeah. So, man, it's going to be a quick trip.
Yeah, I love the Contemporary. Man.
I can't wait. I know. I've never seen it.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Then you're going to be back like a month later at the boardwalk. Look at that.
I know. I love the boardwalk. That's why when you said that you're going to see Phantasm, I'm like, well, I
know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like, Emily's got to see it twice on this trip, so I'm just trying to figure out when are we going to squeeze it in.
No, it's
like,
totally fine. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a good plan. I mean, because we can just right there, just jump in the pool, and by the time we take a good dip, it'll be time to almost wrap it up and go over to the port. We got to talk about getting over to the port.
Oh, we got to figure out how we're getting to the port. Yeah,
we end up in an Uber.
Because like normally I would rent cars and all that, but I don't know if I am for this one because I just don't know yet. So I got to figure it out.
If I were you, I'd just Uber from the airport to Boardwalk, and then we should just get like a private transfer to the cruise. We're getting DCL transfers back after the cruise. That's just easier because we just got to go straight back. Stinks. That's the worst.
I'm going to a 1-bedroom in Saratoga.
Dude, you're winning. Winning. We'll be back home by like dinner time after the cruise. Oh, it's the worst. Anyway. All right, we're jumping out of here, and we'll see you this week. We got a great trip report coming your way on, for folks tuned in now, less than an hour on the feed. So check that out here soon, and then we'll have the listener questions on Wednesday and Friday. It's going to be a great show because Pam's going to be here, and of course, Scotty G will probably be here as well. We're going to have a good time talking Disney, so join us for that. Don't forget, all the shows brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to get you on your favorite Disney cruise line ship, and the best part is, when you book with the Magic for Less, costs exactly the same as booking with Disney Cruise Line, and you get an onboard credit sitting right there in your account when you get on board. You can use that to buy a Disney Cruise Line hat, maybe a Mickey shirt in Mickey's main sale, or a drink up at Signals Bar. How about Cove Cafe? All the coffees. I mean, you can buy a ton of coffees with that onboard credit. Tons. Whatever you want, just don't use it for your tips. I'll find you if you use it for tips. That's boring. But all the onboard bookings bookings come with onboard credits. So check out all that. Also, we book Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Adventures by Disney as well. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. That's how we keep the show going. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. This week, we talked about a book that I picked up over 20 years ago for $1 out of the bargain bin at the local grocery store. Literally changed my life when it came to Disney. I don't know why it was in the cheese section at the grocery store.
Because of the mouse.
It was crazy. It probably was. Exactly. Oh, that's a good one, though. But it was it was called Since the World Began. I talked about it, and it was just an awesome book. I ended up going back, and they had 2 more copies. I bought those 2 for $1 and love this book. Still look at it today. So that's kind of this is what we do on Mike in the Midwest. Come on over, support the show. $5 a month to get the bonus show. So come on over, patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. You can follow us on social media. I'm at BeOurGuestMike on X.com, Instagram, and Threads. You can follow Scott in the same places at Epscott, EPSCOT. But the place you need to follow him, the channel that's growing by leaps and bounds. It is doing awesome. You need to be there, especially if you got the travel itch right now. Go to Hawaii. You can check out past cruise vlogs all over the place. It's must-see adventures. Scott, what's going on the channel this week?
Yeah, so we're at, unfortunately, I've had a lot of stuff happening lately with the graduation. So I'm a little bit behind on editing, but our next episode should hopefully be out this next weekend, where we're going to hike Diamond Head. We're going to see the band play one more time. We're going to go to the world famous Duke's restaurant there in Waikiki. So you don't want to miss that. But check out the previous episodes if you haven't. They're awesome. Travel days in Hawaii to Honolulu and just like hanging out in Waikiki. It's been a fun trip so far. But yeah, I appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. That'd be awesome.
The good news is, with that, you can go back and, check stuff out. You just got to itch, like you need to escape today, or walking the treadmill, grab that iPad and just, watch some of the old Norwegian cruise. We talked about that, vlogs.
Would love it.
Yeah. Cool stuff. All right. Must See Adventures. Check that out today. Like and subscribe. All right. So, don't forget also the clubhouse is where we want to hang out with you. That's where we always are. You want to talk to Scott, you want to talk to me. Ricky jumps in there sometimes. Even Pam jumps in there sometimes. We got to get about 14.
You gotta play the lottery though when you see Pam jump in there. I mean, that means like, yeah.
Yeah, she's in there every once in a while, but she does jump in occasionally. We have about 1,400 folks hop in there. It's a great community, and we just talk Disney and life and have a good time. So come on over to beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, free for everybody all the time. All right, we will catch you on the flip side. So for Scott, I'm Mike. Wish you a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Boom.
Woo. Survived that one.
I gotta go edit that thing out.
Yeah. Jason, no. I just got a text. First time seeing Impressions de France. Like, I don't know if he's still watching, but like, what the heck, dude? First time.
No way.
I know, right?
We got some rookies.
I know.
Rookies.
I like that dining rotation though, man. That's got me psyched up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was the best one. Like I was trying to come up with because I didn't want you to miss the whole animators experience.
Oh no.
I don't want anybody to miss it that hadn't seen it. And there was another thing. And I wanted Lumiere's to be on Pirate Night because it doesn't have a show. Like Lumiere's is it's a nice restaurant, but it's just a restaurant. Like Rapunzel's has a show and Animators has a show. So I didn't want that. I want to make sure we avoided Pirate Night on both of those restaurants. So that was the only rotation I knew it was safe.
No, I'm a fan. I like it.
And Rapunzel's on the first night was with Tangled. I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah. I like it, man. Sounds like you're like a travel agent or something.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it sticks, dude. Because what he had to do. So here's how it is. I have every single reservation tied to my reservation, right? So when I did online check-in, I
had everybody's too, like for like my charging purposes.
Yes, okay, you saw it, dude.
It happened to me,
dude. I could have had every person sailing with us having access to my credit card if I'd have clicked the thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it was everybody, but like, hold on, I'm in there right now. Like,
dude, I could have had like 50 people using my credit card. It was a lot.
Wow, that's a nice graduation gift you got Emily, having her let her charge to you.
I was like, holy smokes, that was dangerous. I was doing this at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted. I'm like, holy smokes. I'm glad it didn't say select all.
Oh man, that's
because I was trying to rush, right? Because I was trying to get through it. And I'm like, wait, why are all these boxes?
Yeah.
Because I picked Pam, and then I was like, wait, what are all these other boxes? And I'm like, oh yeah, we're all tied together.
Oh man.
But so before I did this though, I had everybody by table. Like I had, us all linked together and some other folks, like I had everybody linked by table by like, some that had kids all together. And so, people that had requested. And so I don't know, hopefully that all stuck. We'll see. I'm going to go to the Soul Cat Lounge when we get on board just to double check and talk to them to make sure like we're at the same table still and to see what it looks like. Just to
sounds good.
Verify before we eat.
I know that's got to be kind of stressful for you a little bit.
It is because I can see it. There's nothing I can see. The guy said it was, but like I can't verify it because there's no like record of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, you're good. I'm like,
it's all gonna be good, and we appreciate you like arranging it all, having us close together. It's pretty awesome.
I hope so. It'll be fun. Yeah,
it'll be good.
The ship looks awesome, so we should have a good time.
I can't wait to be on a ship.
All right, so let me know if you can do it tomorrow. It'd be great to have 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean, I should be able to. I was off on Friday too, so I don't know what the work schedule looks like. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, Jason, if you're in the chat, because life's been crazy, I shipped out your gift card today, so be in the lookout in the mail for it.
And the next podcast cruise is going to be not summer, so probably fall or winter. So yes, we are going to do a cruise off season next time because it'll be cheaper and it'll be like a themed cruise. So that's going to be the next one. So that'll be cool.
I like that.
So I was going to say, yeah. So so you're working in the office tomorrow though?
Yeah, I'll be in the office.
Okay, so yeah, we could maybe Pam and I'll do listener questions like in the daytime, and then maybe just do one like when we get home. When we get home,
Yeah. Whatever works for you.
Okay, I'll ask her. Who knows? I don't because she's at Walt Disney World. So
Yeah.
I think is she? I think she probably.
I
Is.
think so. I mean, she was there last week, right? I mean, I can't ever.
I have no idea where she is.
I haven't heard from her in like a long time, so I don't know what she's up to.
Yeah, well, because she might not be though, because she went straight from Disneyland to Walt Disney World.
But isn't she going to be there like this week with you?
Yeah, she's going to be down there. Yeah,
so
she'll be there.
I'm guessing she probably is then.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but maybe not though. I mean, it's a long stay. She would have been there for like 10 days.
She's done some long stays.
Yes, but she may be there, maybe not. She said she's. I don't know. Who knows? I'll ask her tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't ask where she was. So, but she took
everyone. We need to find Beth a roommate so she can go on the cruise.
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
I know.
Like,
know? It's kind of late in the game, but like that would be sweet.
That would be sweet. Ask over in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where she is, but I'll text in the morning, see what's up.
All right. Yeah, I mean, she said she could do it though, right? So yeah, I don't know. So whether she has her equipment down there or whatever, it sounds like she was in, right?
She did have it with her, so I'm guessing she still does.
Yeah.
Who
knows, right?
If we could do one, if we could do like at least the Friday show together, that'd be fun.
Absolutely. All right. Sounds good.
Everybody, we said hey and rest up and congratulations one last time.
Thank you. I know I was just tired today, but
I hear you, dude. I'd be exhausted.
I'll feel better tomorrow, no doubt.
All right. Well, have a good one. Take it easy.
See you. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.